Hello, this is Wmpyr. So recently I uploaded a video for you guys. It was recommended to me by Sensei Monk Downs, and it was that video where this lady basically tried to kill a police officer with a knife. So she took out her knife and she tried to kill him. It was an unfortunate incident, and it was captured on video. Um, so one of the big things that I took out from that video that I learned from was, he backed up because when he opened the door, she immediately slashed at him. He backed up and pulled out his pistol. And once again, it seems to make sense because a knife is capable of lethal force. So he responds with a pistol, right? Lethal force versus lethal force. Now it's like equal. So it kind of makes sense. But you could tell that he really didn't want to use that pistol. So he ends up waiting all the way to the point where he risked his own life, where it was dangerous. And it was dangerous simply because he let her in too close to the point where it's now an exchange. Knife versus pistol. And it is an exchange. Okay, it wasn't just far away enough that he could shoot her and it'd still be safe. No, now it's to the point where, his own life is very much in danger, and he was very, very lucky that he survived that. My understanding is he survived and she didn't, because he waited so long. Why did he wait? Because he didn't want to use his pistol. So I'm glad that, to me, that tells me that he seems like a really nice guy, and we probably need more police officers like that. But at the same time, it makes me think, what caused that hesitation is because he pulled out a pistol. What if he had pulled out something else, like a taser? He could use it right away without even thinking twice, hopefully. Same with the pepper spray. Take out pepper spray, use it right away, Um, but because he pulled out a pistol, he waited and waited and waited. So I would say he waited at least 2 to 3 times too late. And after that, it's, that's where the exchange happens, where a knife is now coming at you. And that's why this knife right here, Professor Bram Frank's LLC knives, which is, something that I've enjoyed for many years now. Once again, it just makes sense because the concept is if you pull out a knife, boom, the first thing you do, and it's already out like this, you pull out the knife like this, you're going to be in the exact same situation as that police officer where you're going, I don't know if this is the right situation for this. I really don't want to use this. It seems like it's the right situation, but I don't want to use this on this person. I don't. And that hesitation is what got him in trouble, right? Where he ended up waiting until his own life is in danger. But if you take it out like this is the same as taking out pepper spray or taking out a taser. This is non-lethal. So you're able to use it wholeheartedly because it's non-lethal. And that comfort to me goes a long way, and it makes sense. And rather than taking out the blade right away and going, I don't want to use this, don't make me use it, I don't want to use it, please back up, please drop your weapon, and you're pleading like that, I'd rather be in a situation where I have it like this and I'm using it, and then I'm seeing for myself, is this working or is it not? Like, I'm trying to use this, put him in a pain compliance hold, trying to de-escalate, or trying to use some pain to convince them to stop, and it's not working. Then the situation is telling me firsthand, not me guessing and not me trying to figure it out. Is this yes or no? No, the situation's telling me firsthand, dude, it's not working. Okay, let's go. Okay, and even then, because it's a knife, I don't have to go lethal force. I could go less than lethal, right? And that's where people are like, when you have a knife, you should always stab only. Guess what? If I slash, that's less than lethal. Well, it depends on where I slash, but more likely I could be less than lethal using slashes. And if that discourages them and they run away, that's exactly what I want. It's not about finishing them and killing them and mutilating them and how much damage I could do. No, it's about ending this confrontation, right? However, whether it's me going, no, I refuse to take part in it. I refuse to, that wasn't working for the police officer, or just running away, which for some reason he chose not to, And I'm not here to judge that because I might be in the same situation and that might happen to me. Although I could tell you as a security officer, not a police officer, but as a security officer, I was in a situation where I was confronted, and guess what? I ran. I ran right away. I took off. And I went in that area, I had a safe spot, and there I had several weapons there. I'm not supposed to have weapons because we're not supposed to be armed. But I had weapons laid out there, and it was a cage where we're going to be like this. I mean, it was me being a caged animal because they also had a vehicle, so I couldn't outrun them. But that's what I did. I ran into a cage, and I was ready, this is going to be like a prison cell fight, except I got weapons. And they might have it too, but for me, that felt like the best option. So that's what I did. I ran away into that and waiting for them to come in. And luckily they didn't, or they were smart enough not to. So they didn't. But yeah, that's what I did. I ran and I chose my battleground is what I'm saying, So look, once again, not trying to judge anyone. It's just different tactics. But that was my tactic, And for him, in his situation, I just wonder, what if he had pulled out pepper spray? Or what if his firearm was capable of something like this? The firearm has a taser on it too. So he could go taser, or he could go, live bullet. Or he could go, maybe there's a pepper spray thing attached to it. And so he could use that pepper spray, and then that's not working, then it's already in his hand, just like this. It's already in your hand. You're using it closed, and then you could up the force continuum. So yeah, that was one of the things that I learned from that video, and once again, just made me appreciate Professor Bram Frank's knives once again, even more, should I say. So it's always made sense to me since day one. Okay, since the first time I ever saw this was many years ago, but since the first time I saw it, it just made sense to me. Because like I said, in Filipino martial arts, we have the Escrima stick, or some people call it the Kali stick, but we have the stick that is your standard length, which is like 26, 28 inches long. And then you have your medium, and then you have your small, which a lot of people don't really see or practice with the medium or small, but traditionally that existed. There was way more, but so your standard, medium, and small, and the small translates into something like this, and it helps you transfer your skills now to start going into like empty hand type stuff. But they had a specific self-defense or a weapon called the dulo, and that is the small stick. It's basically their kubotan, which is that thing is brutal, man. Professor Bram Frank says the same thing, that thing could really jack a person up. But this right here, to me, is still a kubotan on steroids. And yeah, you can see it has that little tomahawk, or the ball peen hammer area, the ramp called the bramp, and there's other areas as well. But yeah, this thing, freaking use it closed. Don't worry about deploying the blade. And from there, you adapt to the situation, and because it's already in your hand, and if you need it, then boom, there you go. That's all it takes. So just makes sense to me. Anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.